Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, your host, and welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy corner to learn English through real, engaging conversations. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee, commuting, or just relaxing after a long day, we're here to make learning English feel effortless and fun.
And I'm Liam. Hey, English learners, welcome back. Here at English Leap, we don't believe in boring grammar drills. We focus on real-life English, practical phrases, and ideas that actually connect with your daily life. And today, we've got something really exciting. I promise it's going to change the way you think about your free time.
Absolutely. Today's topic is something that affects all of us, especially in this fast-paced digital world we live in. We're talking about hobbies and why they are your absolute best defense against brain rot.
Brain rot. Now that sounds scary, right? Like something from a sci-fi movie. But don't worry, it's not a medical diagnosis. It's just a fun, slightly dramatic way of describing what happens when your brain gets lazy, stressed, or stuck in the same routine for too long.
Exactly. Think about it. If you're constantly scrolling social media, binge watching shows for hours, or never challenging yourself with something new, your mind starts to feel sluggish, foggy, like you're running on autopilot.
And that's the opposite of what we want as English learners, right? We want a sharp, curious, active brain. So yes, that's where hobbies come in. Hobbies are like a mental workout. They keep your brain active, your creativity flowing, and your mood elevate.
D. And here's the best part, they can help you learn English naturally while you enjoy them. No flashcards required, no stressful exams, just doing what you love and picking up language along the way.
So before we go deeper, let's kick things off with a quick question for you, our listener. When you hear the word hobby, what comes to mind?
Hmm, for me, reading, painting, playing an instrument, maybe gardening.
Classic examples, right? But here's the key that most people miss. Hobbies aren't just things to pass the time. They aren't just decorations on your weekend schedule. They're actually powerful tools for your brain.
Let's get a little bit sciencey for a moment. Don't worry, it's the fun kind of science. When you do something creative or challenging, your brain forms new connections. Scientists call this neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity. That's a fancy word, isn't it? But really, it just means your brain is constantly learning, adapting, and creating new pathways, like a forest growing new trails.
I love that image. So when you learn a new chord on the guitar, or figure out how to fix a bicycle chain, or even follow a tricky recipe, your brain is literally changing, getting stronger, more flexible.
And here's the important part for English learners. Those new neural pathways aren't just for your hobby. They help you learn vocabulary faster, remember phrases longer, and think more creatively when you're speaking.
Exactly! It's like cross-training for your brain. And the beautiful thing? Hobbies don't need to be complicated or expensive. Even simple things like cooking a new recipe once a week, learning 3 chords on the guitar, or sketching your favorite character for 10 minutes can make a huge difference.
So don't think, I don't have time to become an expert. Think, I have 15 minutes to play, to explore, to grow. That's all it takes to fight brain rot.
And here's another bonus that our listeners will love. Hobbies improve your English naturally. If you're reading books, writing in a journal about your day, or even discussing your hobby with friends online, you're picking up vocabulary, phrases, and confidence without even realizing it.
Let me give you a concrete example. Let's say photography is your hobby. You might naturally learn words like aperture, exposure, or composition, not from a textbook, from actually using your camera and watching YouTube tutorials in English.
Or, if gardening is your thing, you'll pick up words like prune, fertilize, or propagate. And all of this vocabulary will stick much better because you're using it in a real context. Your brain says, oh, this word matters. This word helps me do something I love.
That's the secret. Context is everything. You're not memorizing a list. You're living the language.
And beyond vocabulary, hobbies teach soft skills too. You know, the invisible skills that make you a better communicator: patience, problem solving, focus, and creativity.
Let's break that down. Patience, when you're learning to knit and you drop a stitch for the fifth time, you have to breathe and try again. That's patience. Problem solving, when your sourdough bread doesn't rise, you have to figure out why. Was the kitchen too cold? Did you use the wrong flour?
And focus? In a world where our phones buzz every 30 seconds, sitting down to paint or play chess for an hour is like a superpower. You're training your brain to ignore distractions.
Skills like these make you more confident in English conversations. Because when you're patient, you don't panic when you forget a word. When you're a problem solver, you find another way to explain yourself. When you're creative, you think of new expression S.
Beautifully said. So, hobbies aren't just fun extras. They're actually building the foundation of fluent, confident communication.
But here's the challenge many people face. And I know some of you are thinking this right now. Liam, Emma, I feel too busy for hobbies. I have to study, work, take care of my family, and then I just collapse and scroll on my phone.
Yes. And ironically, this is exactly what leads to brain rot. Passive content consumption. Watching, scrolling, swiping, it's easy. It feels relaxing, but it doesn't stimulate your brain. It doesn't build new pathways.
Think of your brain like a muscle. If you never go to the gym, your muscles get weak. If you only do the same easy exercise every day, you don't grow. Hobbies are the varied workouts that strengthen your mental muscles, improve focus, and even help you manage stress.
And speaking of stress, hobbies also release dopamine. That's the chemical that makes you feel happy, motivated, and satisfied. Doing something you love, whether it's dancing, playing chess, or writing poetry, literally makes your brain feel better.
So you're not just avoiding brain rot, you're actively building joy. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it?
You know, Liam, we got a message from a listener named Carlos last week. He said, "I want to have a hobby, but every time I try something new, I feel embarrassed because my English isn't good enough to learn it. What should I do?"
Oh, Carlos, that's such an honest and important question. First of all, thank you for asking it. And here's my answer. You don't need perfect English to start a hobby. You don't even need good English. You just need curiosity.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to learn cooking as a hobby. You watch a YouTube video in English called How to Make Spaghetti Carbonara. The chef says, "First, boil the water." You might not understand every word, but you see the water bubbling. You learn boil naturally.
Then she says, grate the cheese. You see her rubbing cheese on a grater. You learn grate. By the end of the video, you've learned 5 or 6 new words without stress, without a test. And the next time you watch a cooking video, those words will feel familiar.
So, Carlos, my advice is start with a hobby that has lots of visual content: cooking, gardening, DIY crafts, even yoga. The pictures and actions will help you understand, and your English will grow alongside your skill.
And here's another idea. Join an online community for your hobby. Reddit has groups for everything. r/knitting, r/baking, r/beginner photography. You can read what others write, and when you're ready, you can write a simple sentence like, I made my first loaf of bread today.
People will be so encouraging, and suddenly you're practicing English in a real, meaningful way. Not for a grade, for connection.
Let's actually role play this for a second. Emma, pretend I'm a beginner baker. I'll try to explain my first failure in English.
Okay, go for it.
Um, so yesterday I tried to bake chocolate chip cookies, but the cookies were very flat, like pancakes. I think I used too much butter. I don't know the word, but I felt sad.
Oh no, but don't be sad. Flat cookies still taste good, right? Next time, try chilling the dough in the fridge for 30 minutes before baking. That helps them stay thick.
Chill the dough? Okay, I understand. Thank you. I will try again tomorrow.
See? That was a real English conversation. You used past tense. I tried. Comparatives. Very flat. Opinions. I think. And feelings. I felt sad. And it all came from a simple hobby.
That's the beauty of hobbies. They turn English learning into a natural, meaningful, even emotional process. You're not just studying words, you're living them.
So, how do you pick a hobby that really sticks? Because let's be honest, sometimes we try something once, get bored, and quit. How do we avoid that?
Step 1. Curiosity. Ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what excites me? Not what impresses other people. What genuinely makes you curious? Space? Animals? Drawing? Fixing old furniture?
Number 2, what could I spend hours doing without getting bored? Think back to when you were a kid. Did you love building with Legos, collecting leaves, writing silly stories? That child is still inside you.
And number 3, what feels like play, not work? If it feels like a chore before you even start, that's not the right hobby for you right now. And that's okay. Keep looking.
It doesn't matter if your hobby seems small or unusual. Hobbies are deeply personal. Some people love knitting, others love skateboarding, others love podcasting, like us. There's no wrong hobby. The only wrong choice is not doing one at all.
And here's another tip. Experiment. Give yourself permission to try 3 or 4 different hobbies for a week each. You might discover a hidden talent or a passion you never expected. Maybe you're amazing at calligraphy. Maybe you love learning magic tricks.
Yes, and even if you fail, even if your cake collapses or your drawing looks like a potato, that's okay. Failure is part of learning. The important thing is to stay consistent and enjoy the process.
Consistency is the secret ingredient. Doing a hobby for just 15 to 20 minutes a day beats doing nothing at all. Small steps, repeated over time, build skills, confidence, and mental resilience.
Think of it like watering a plant. You don't drown it with a bucket once a month. You give it a little water every day. Hobbies are the same. 15 minutes of guitar practice daily is better than 3 hours once a month.
And for English learners, that daily consistency is gold. Because every day you're using a little bit of English in a real context, that repetition builds fluency faster than any textbook.
Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap some useful vocabulary from today's episode. Liam, can you help me?
Of course, first on brain rot. That's our fun, informal phrase for when your mind feels lazy, foggy, or unstimulated from too much passive consumption.
Next, neuroplasticity, a scientific term, but remember it just means your brain's ability to change and grow when you learn new things.
Passive content consumption. That's when you watch, scroll, or listen without actively engaging, like binge watching Netflix for 5 hours.
Soft skills. These are personal qualities like patience, problem solving, and creativity that help you communicate and work with others.
And finally, the consistency. Doing something regularly, even in small amounts, instead of all at once occasionally.
Great list. Now, here's our challenge for you, our wonderful listener. This week, pick one hobby, just one. It can be tiny, it can be silly, it can be something you've never tried before.
Then start small. Spend 15 minutes on it today. Not 2 hours, just 15 minutes. Put away your phone. Focus on the hobby.
Then tomorrow, do another 15 minutes. And the next day. Make it a habit. And here's the English part. After each session, write one sentence in English about what you did.
For example, today I practiced drawing a tree. The leaves were difficult, but I enjoyed it. Or, I learned 3 new words about gardening: soil, seed, and sprout.
At the end of the week, you'll have 7 sentences. That's 7 small victories. And you'll notice your English feels a little more natural, a little more yours.
And if you want to go further, try explaining your hobby to a friend in English. or record a voice memo on your phone describing what you learn. That's speaking practice, completely free, completely natural.
So, whether it's painting, writing, music, sports, gardening, coding, dancing, or anything in between, remember this: hobbies are not just fun. They are your secret weapon against brain rot, your source of happiness, and a natural, joyful way to improve your English.
Learning English doesn't always have to be formal. It doesn't always have to feel like homework. Hobbies make it fun, practical, and memorable. They give you stories to tell, ideas to share, and confidence that lasts.
Thanks for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who loves learning English. And send us a message. Tell us about your favorite hobby or a new one you want to try. We'd love to hear your stories.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
We'll see you in the next episode, ready to learn more, speak better, and have fun with English. Until then, keep experimenting, keep creating, and most importantly, keep enjoying your hobbies.
Take care, everyone. Bye for now.